Wanderers Eternal Worlds, a new free-to-play MMORPG that will be coming out for PC and mobile. Right now, it had its soft launch in certain regions. I think Singapore, Australia, a couple more regions. So they're having the soft launch, which means the global launch is just around the corner. There's no exact date yet, but I will bet like probably a month to two before we get like a global launch. But what is this game all about? Is it worth checking out or not? You guys will find out in this video. So Wanderers Eternal World having their soft launch right now. They had their closed beta. The last beta was like 5-6 months ago. So I was surprised to hear this recent announcement. They made like an announcement like a week ago about their soft launch. So they're ready for the game to be launched. It seems like they've been working on it, and overall this game looks great. It is being developed by Smilegate, those same people that developed the Epic 7, which is an RPG game, one of the best anime cutscene RPG games that I've seen. But this game does remind me a lot of Maplestory 2. If you guys do not know, I used to play a bunch of Maplestory 2 back in the day. I probably had like 500 hours plus in that game. I love that game. And when I see this game, I see a copy of Maplestory 2, but with their own like they made Maplestory 2 but with their own way, with their own animations and everything. And the game, yeah, I'm gonna give it to it. It looks good. I want to play it. I want to check it out. I don't think I'm gonna grind it for a long time. I will come back later to it in the video. Why not? But from what I've seen, the gameplay I've seen, and what I heard from people, the game overall feels good. You can choose between characters in this game, like Maplestory 2 characters, the small chibi characters. You play in this anime world and explore it, and you will meet people in this world, right? You will walk around, meet people in the open world, like in Maplestory 2. They have the same type of 2.5D lock like the Maplestory 2 had. The skills remind me a lot of Maplestory 2. Some skills are like animation locked, so you can't move while attacking, while some skills you can. So you kind of want to be careful. I think Maplestory also had the same. I think most of the skills were the same. You can move while attacking, but some of them you could not. And what's really great is this game is coming out for both PC and mobile devices. Having like a proper Maplestory 2 on your phone is absolutely great. But you'll be exploring this world, right? And they will have like these events like Maplestory 2 had, constant events that will keep happening around the world, puzzles, mazes. Other people will join in and do them with you and win, get some cool rewards. We're having like events like all the time, just like in Maplestory 2. If you guys have played it, they used to have events during the day where you could just go and join and do some puzzle games, do some maze games, do some questionnaire games. This game will have the same. It will be like the same experience. You'll meet people running around in the world and play it. And this game will have a lot of like skills. You can choose between a lot of like passive skills that you can obtain in this game, so it will be some kind of like variety to the skills that you're using on your character, but your character will be like character locked, right? Your main skills will be locked through the character. From what I've seen, they might changed it, because in Maplestory 2, if I'm not wrong, they were more about like what weapons you're using. Maybe it was class locked. I'm like a little unsure now, but basically you'll be able to play your character and use a lot of different skills. Now the questions are, what other content do this game have? And they have PvE, or something called glitch dungeons, and boss fights. So you'll be going through these dungeons solo and with others. You fight these bosses. Some of them require mechanics very similar again to Maplestory 2. A lot of like dodge mechanics, a lot of like mechanics you have to do to actually defeat bosses, and some are just like very easy bosses, just dodge and do damage. But some require a little bit of strategy, which I like. They do have a dodge button too, so your character will be able to use dodge buttons to do these dungeons and stuff. And this game has a PvP, so the PvP seems very fun in this game, very like light-hearted, fun. You can, I think it was like 3v3 mode and other PvP modes. You fight other players. I think there's have some capture kind of modes too during the PvP, which is awesome. And a lot of like mini games, a lot of events and content overall. But taking a look away from this content, is taking away from how it looks, you know, how it feels, because the game overall looks good, but here are where the big concerns come in, right? Because the question on people's mind is this game pay to win? And the answer to this is yes, of course, guys, it is pay to win. Maplestory was pay to win, but mobile games in generally are pay to win. Unfortunately, from what I can see in this game, is you can actually buy like the gold currency and other currencies, so you can kind of control the trading in the game depending on how much you whale. And there'll be like probably gonna be like other stuff that you can buy in the game for buffs and so on when they fully launch the game, which I do not like at all, you guys. I mean, that was the main issue like Maplestory had and why they had to shut it down. So it seems like they're not learning from that, you know, they're not going in another route. I mean, they made a good fun game, but I feel like they'll have the same fate as the Maplestory 2, because overall, like marketing wise too, I haven't seen a lot of like marketing for the game. You know, it's very little. It's kind of surprising because the game, it looks good, it looks great. Maybe they'll push it up later on, you know, they might like do some crazy marketing later on, but right now I have to say, I mean, it doesn't seem like they're putting a lot of effort out. I looked at the Discord, there are some active people in the Discord, but overall it's pretty empty, which is weird to me, because I mean, they can push a lot of like good marketing on this game and get a lot of player base, which will be very important. But because of the pay to win, the PvP, there was no balanced PvP in this game, so the PvP is going to be very interesting. How are they going to deal with the pay to win players, the whales, if there's no like balanced PvP? So I'm guessing that it will be very well dominated game. I bet you can still enjoy it if you just play for like the events and the fun of it, and the bosses, it would be great. You know, hopefully the bosses and stuff drop some really cool items and gear that you can use to sell, because that Maplestory 2 had a lot of this stuff where you ran dungeons which had like a very small chance of dropping these rare items, which you can sell to make a lot of money, because the whales were like buying absolutely everything. So I kind of can see them going that route with it, but I just think that games like these don't last, and it's very unfortunate, because overall, like when I see this game, I get like nostalgia of like Maplestory 2. I really want to play it and have fun with it, but I know when I get into it, when I start playing it, I'll get so annoyed when I end up doing some PvP, or I end up seeing these whales just dominate everything from day one, right? Because if you can buy everything from day one, you'll always be buying like the best stuff that you can get. So Wanderers Eternal World, you can again pre-register already on their website if you want to check it out. It is already, I think if you use some VPN and stuff, you can probably play it right now and check what it's all about. And it's a soft launch, which I don't like, because you guys know what soft launch means, not a beta. A soft launch basically means the people that play it now will not get any resets on their stuff. So which means that if you guys start playing it and you meet these people, if they don't have like if they have like cross server stuff, and you meet these people, they will be way ahead of you if they are launching this game in a month, because they haven't said when they're launching, which is weird. If they have a soft launch already and then don't have a global launch ready, I mean, it could be a month or two. Imagine going back into the game and you have these people playing soft launch from day one, 2 months ahead of you, and you just get smashed in everything. Yeah, I would not like that or enjoy that at all. But I really want to cover this game because I really found it very exciting and fun. I think this could be a great thing if done right, but I don't have my hopes up for such games. You guys know me, I'm a realist, okay? When it comes to games like these, they could look absolutely fantastic, they could feel absolutely fantastic, but if it is super pay to win, if it's whale heavy, if it's not done good marketing at all, it's not gonna last. You know, if they don't have good communications, it's not gonna last, unfortunately. But that is it for Wanderers Eternal World. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you guys played Maplestory 2. Does this game remind you a lot of Maplestory 2? Because I feel like it does a lot. Like, it literally looks like a copy of Maplestory 2. Like, I just saw it and I was like, oh my god, this is Maplestory 2, but for your mobile device, and hopefully it doesn't shut down, you know, because the last one did. But that is it for the video today. Give me a thumbs up, make sure to hit the sub button for more exciting MMORPG news. Make sure you guys check out this video right here, I think, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.